Man, it's great to catch up with our next guest here on GCR. He has had quite the career at the University of Maryland. A lot of highs, obviously, some adversity that he's had to fight through, and now he's getting ready for the NFL draft. He is former Terps wide receiver Jeshaun Jones, and he's back with us now here on GCR. Jeshaun, it's Glenn in Baltimore. It's always good to catch up, man. Thank you for taking the time for us this morning.
No problem. Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely, dude. It's been a while, right? So when I say former Terps wide receiver, that's still got to feel a little bit weird for you, given how long you've been hanging around in College Park, right?
Yeah, man, it definitely feels weird hearing that. I actually didn't catch it until you just pointed it out. It does feel weird having to have that former in front of it.
Jason, there's so much to talk to you about. Like I mentioned, all of the highs during your career, all of the adversity that you've gone through. How do you describe your journey? I mean, you went through the coaching change. You went through, a really difficult period in Maryland football history and tragedy, and you got to experience the highs of like big bowl game wins. How do you describe what your time in College Park has meant to you?
Oh man, overall, I have to say it was a great experience. Everything wasn't always the best. And just having to fight through that and learn like everything isn't always peach and cream. Everything's not always good. So you just got to fight through those things. And I've dealt with, like you mentioned a couple of things. I've dealt with some tough things at Maryland. And I mean, of course, I would like to change some things, but like I feel like those situations and circumstances kind of made me who I am today and made me to the man and football player I am today. So I'm thankful for the experience. And I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
I feel like what you're alluding to is what I think about as, here you are going overlooked, right? Like going into this NFL draft process. How much does having gone through everything that you went through at Maryland, all of the adversity that you faced, how much does that help you as you know once again in your life nothing is going to be promised to you as you make this jump to playing pro football?
I think it helps me a lot, man. I think I've been through a lot of things that a lot of guys in my position haven't been through. And just having that and having been through that and kind of knowing how to handle those things and how to navigate through the adversity and tough times, I feel like it'll help me a lot.
He is Jeshaun Jones. He's with us here on GCR. Jeshaun, wait, as you, again, reflect back, and then we're going to look forward, the best thing that you learned during these years at Maryland about yourself, about the game, about what it takes to be a pro, what's the one best thing that you learned during your time at Maryland?
I mean, this may sound cliche, man, but I would have to say just control what you can control. I mean, and everything happens for a reason. I mean, you may not understand, or you may not like what happens, but everything happens for a reason or a rhyme or reason, and everything will work out exactly how it's supposed to, man. I never thought I'd be in school for 6 years, and here I am 6 years and about to be 3 degrees in, and with the opportunity to play at the next level. Like, I mean, I never would have thought I would have had 3 degrees or a shot at 3 degrees. But here I am today, and with doing that and having the opportunity to play at the next level, man, I feel like I can't really lose in this situation.
I'm actually fascinated because I don't know what running down the 3 degrees. What did you end up getting and in what?
My undergrad is in criminal justice.
Okay.
And my first master's is in technology entrepreneurship, and I'm taking one class right now that I'll finish up in May, and that'll be in public leadership, safety, and administration.
Wow.
And that'll be another master.
So, like, are we going to be looking at, like, Senator Jeshaun Jones one day down the road?
Maybe, man. You
never
know.
I like the sounds of it, man. I like the sounds of it. Jeshaun, I mentioned Jeshaun Jones with us on GCR. I mentioned that, like, here we go again, and another Maryland wide receiver that for some reason continue. I don't know how it makes even a lick of sense, because all Maryland wide receivers ever do is become really good pros, but yet somehow so many of you guys end up being overlooked in the process. Is it frustrating to have to go through that? Like that here you are, everything you accomplished, everything you showed, and yet nothing is promised to you as you go into the draft process.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a little frustrating, but like I said, I feel like the things that I've dealt with and the situations I've been put in my 6 years in College Park, I mean, I feel like I've been kind of built for this. I've been kind of built for this moment to where whatever I'm ready to roll with whatever comes. I'm ready to take advantage of whatever opportunity I do get. So that's all I really can look forward to is taking advantage of whatever opportunity I do get and put myself in the best situation, man. I mean, it's definitely tough, and like being that I've been in a room with NFL guys for probably all 5 or 6 of my years here, and to see how it all works out, it's definitely been tough to watch and talk to some of those guys, but like they've kind of all helped me. The ones with the successful stories and the ones with the not so successful stories have all helped me and helped me navigate through it all and help me prepare to be in this moment. Like you don't control anything, especially at this next level. It's a huge business, and there's not much you can do but put yourself in the best position, put your best foot forward. So that's all I'm doing or trying to do. So that's all I'm looking forward to doing.
What are they missing? Like a team that doesn't have you at the top of their receiver board, what are they missing about what it is that you're going to bring to whoever it is that ends up calling your name?
Man, I say a tough, smart, and reliable football player, man. And I feel like I'm a good guy on and off the field. I'm educated. I haven't been in any trouble, so I feel like and on the field, like I said, smart, tough, and reliable. I feel like I can learn any playbook. I feel like I can compete with the top dogs at the next level. I feel like I've competed with the top dogs in the Big Ten and in college football while I've been here. I feel like I'm ready for that next step, and I can help whatever locker room that I'm put into.
You mentioned, the guys that you've been around. Who are the guys that you've leaned on most? Is like that you've reached out to and you've asked for advice and maybe you've even worked out with in trying to get ready for this?
Man, I've talked to Rakim. I've talked to Dante. I've talked to Leah this whole time. I've talked to Tavon Jacobs from a while back. I've talked to DJ Moore a little bit. Like I've talked to DJ Turner. I've talked to quite a few guys that I know that are in these positions, that have been in these positions. So I just kind of and I've relied on some guys who played, and Brian Cobbs. I've actually leaned on him a lot.
Wow.
He's been in my corner this whole process. I actually talked to him probably like once or twice a week. So it's been good, man, just to have those people in my corner and know that I can call those guys at any point in time and have a real conversation.
Yeah, it's a heck of a group, man.
yeah. So I've been able to, I feel like I've been able to connect with some good guys, and like I said, I have great stories and not so great stories, and they've all been there and been open to helping me out. So I'm blessed and thankful for it, to say the least.
Jeshaun, for eternity, for as long as they play football at Maryland, people will associate you with the Texas game, right? Like it's just, there will be no greater like step on the field moment, maybe in football history, than that game. I'm sure that still ranks high on there. But are there other moments for you that you would actually say, hey, as cool as that was, this one actually meant even more to me later on in my career?
Man, it's hard to top that on the field, but I can definitely say like just being able to see the culture change and the team take that turn in the right direction.
Yeah.
That was amazing. That was big. I'm not gonna lie. That was one of the biggest things as an older guy. I think as a young guy, I probably wouldn't have appreciated as much, just because I didn't know as much. Just being able to see that and understand like what it's taken to get to kind of where we are now with 3 straight bowl wins. I mean, and that's just the beginning. I feel like, man, we're not gonna sit here and act like winning bowl games is the best thing in the world, but we're striving for a Big Ten championship, and I know Maryland is this year for sure, and we've always have. Just being, like I said, being able to see that curve and the type of guys that come through that place, man, it's been amazing to see the change and program moving in the right direction.
I wanted to ask you about that because you chose to play in the bowl game, right? And a lot of guys, and I certainly don't knock any of them, don't make that same choice. Like a lot of guys decide, hey, I want to start getting ready for what's next. Why was that important to you? Why was it something that you wanted to do to be a part of that in Nashville?
Man, to be completely honest, I think when you say that, when you say like other guys don't make that decision, I think I made my decision based off of what I've been through, man. I've had 2 ACLs and I've had to miss 2 damn near whole seasons.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I had to miss two whole seasons almost, and just why would I sit out an opportunity when I'm good enough to play, healthy enough to play? Why would I miss out on that opportunity, man? I feel like I missed enough time in my time here. I missed enough games in my time here at Maryland. So it's like it was like why not go out there and finish it off the right way and finish what I started?
That's really special, man. And then what did that feeling like? I can only imagine then how much it meant to you for you guys to go out there and throttle an SEC team the way that you did, having made that decision. I gotta imagine that was a pretty emotional feeling for you.
Yeah, definitely. That was huge, man. It was amazing to have that opportunity. Nashville and the Music City Bowl took great care of us. It was an amazing experience, and I would say I mean that was a great way to finish my college career off. I wish I could have caught that touchdown in the back corner of the end
Yeah,
zone.
that would have been cool.
Yeah, exactly. That'd have been a great way to go out and a deep ball later in the game. But I'm just blessed, man. I was thankful to be able to go out there and finish my last ride with the team that I started with, man.
That's awesome, man. That's really, really cool. Just another couple of minutes here with Jeshaun Jones, former Maryland wide receiver on GCR. Jeshaun, I see you guys on social media, and I don't think it's to the detriment of anyone else. But what Billy Edwards means to your group of guys is wild to me. And I know there's going to be a competition, and they're going to pick a quarterback. But can you explain why so many guys feel so much towards Billy and go out of their way to say things about him like you do?
Man, you would have to be around him to really know. I mean, Billy, from the day he got in there, he kind of knew the position he was in, and he came in and prepared as he was the number one guy from day one. Man, he took full advantage of every opportunity he got, and I think a lot of guys gained a lot of respect for him when he went out there versus Michigan.
Yeah.
And held his own. I mean, we didn't win that game, but he definitely didn't come in there and make it worse for us. He came in and kind of picked up right where Talia left off, and I think that's kind of where it all started. And I can say that his preparation is what got it for me. And then seeing him go out there and do what he did against Michigan at the Big House, like that was amazing to me. Even though we didn't win, like just for him to come in and be as composed and as composed as he was, and being able to navigate throughout the game like he did, I feel like it was amazing, man. And that's just all a testament to his work ethic and his preparation each and every week.
Would it be fair to say that you're like rooting for him to get his chance next year?
Yeah, it would definitely be fair to say that.
Okay.
And that's just because I spent a lot more time with them.
Sure.
And I like all the quarterbacks, man. Me and Cam Edge spend a lot of time together. You put me in a bad position here. So
I don't want to, I don't want you to think that's what I'm trying to do. I know what you mean. That like you're not rooting against anybody. Like
right.
It's not negative in any way towards anywhere else. It's just that's what this dude means to you. That it would mean something for you to see him get that chance.
Yes, sir. It would definitely mean something to me, man. And I honestly can't wait to hear from the guys, because I talk to all of them still. I just can't wait to hear and see how that quarterback competition goes throughout the spring.
All right, so I think Ford, you're a Florida guy, obviously. There's a Florida guy that happens to play quarterback here in Baltimore. I know that you're going to be excited no matter where it is. Like you're about to. It's 32 teams that are about to be your favorite team in the coolest place ever. But specifically, what would it mean to you if you had a chance to go run around with Lamar Jackson this summer and into the fall with the Baltimore Ravens?
Man, that would mean the world, man. That mean a lot, because being he's a Florida guy, and there's a couple of Florida guys around him on that team,
yeah.
And I feel like Lamar's such a great leader. I haven't heard much bad about him. I love the kind of guy. I love how he plays the game. I love how he leads his team, and how the guys rally behind him. I think that's amazing, and that just shows what kind of, when you see that, like when you see a team just rally around the guy, like no matter if he's a quarterback or not. I mean, you kind of have to when he's a quarterback, but when guys lean on him, like and lean towards him, and kind of pick up what he does and what he says, and kind of the trends he's on, I feel like that just shows what kind of guy he is, and what kind of teammate he is. And I would love to, man. I would love to go out there and catch the ball from Lamar Jackson. That'd
be pretty cool, man. That would be really quite cool.
That would be sweet.
Jeshaun, I wanted to ask too, like, you mentioned that you guys, like, it's not just about winning bowl games, and you want to see them do more. Knowing what it took just to get to where you guys were, and you know it maybe more than anybody because you saw the bottom, like you saw where it came from and just how difficult it was to get to this point. What will it take, right, as you move forward for the next group of guys? What will it take to further close the gap for them to have a chance to win the Big Ten?
My personal opinion, man, I think it's just consistency, day in and day out. It's just stacking days and not getting too far ahead, or don't worry about the past, man. I feel like it's just consistency, stacking days, man. That's the biggest thing I feel like we missed on last year. Just kind of losing those games, like the Northwestern, the Illinois, where we had no business losing those games, and
Yeah.
we still did. And I feel like that's where we kind of lacked. That's what we kind of lacked last year was consistency, because then you see we'll come out there and play the national champions to the fourth quarter. So, and we still had 3 opportunities in the fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter, to kind of win the game or put ourselves in position to win the game. So I think just consistency, man, and I think if they're able to build that and create that consistency throughout the team and the program, I feel like that's kind of all that we missed these last couple of years, man. It's just that consistency day in and day out, attacking it.
Jeshaun, before I let you go, I wanted to ask you about your biggest fan, because it was really neat. Every time we would have you on the show, I'd end up seeing a tweet from your mom over the years, and she's a special person. And like reading some of the stuff that she's written and what she's trying to do to help other football moms, what does it mean to you now to try to continue to follow your goals for everything that she's done for you, and how much of a fan she continues to be in your life?
Man, that lady is my number one. That's my rock. That's my why. I appreciate her for everything, man. It's been amazing for her to be right along with me throughout this journey, man. It's been a long one, and it's been a tough one, and she's been in my corner every day, man. I can call on her at any point in time, and she may not have the best answer, but she can go find it and figure it out. And that's why I feel like it would be amazing to just be able to, because she knows how much it means to me to make it to the next level, and I know that would just make her world to see me make it to the next level, just because she knows how much it means to me and how much I put into this. And it'd just be amazing to be able to get there and have her right along with me. Hopefully she can add another section to her book and and make it single NFL moms, man. I hope she's I mean, I don't know how I get caught up, man. It's kind of, I get emotional talking about it.
I get it, man.
She's been there from day one, man, and not a lot of people can say that, and a lot of everybody that's been a part of my journey, who's met me through this journey at Maryland, at South Fort Myers, and like they know her, they know she's always there, they know she's gonna find a way to be there and be present, and as a mom and as a parent, that's all you can ask for.
I'm getting emotional listening to you talk about your mom. I feel like I need to go call my mom now. Jeshaun. That is awesome, dude. That's and she really is a special person. That's really cool, man. All right. Maryland fans that maybe aren't following you, or what can we plug for you? Social media, anything that you got going on partnership with? What can we get a plug in for you for, Jeshaun?
That's like my Twitter handle. Right? Yeah, my Twitter's Jeshaun Jones 06, and my Instagram is Jeshaun_J. And I haven't got any big partnerships yet, but I'm looking forward to it and be looking forward to it in the near future.
Jeshaun, we're always going to root for you, man. You really were a special player to watch, and we can't wait to see what's next. You understand that, like, if it's like, say, Pittsburgh, we're going to have to kind of hate you a little bit, but it's not personal. Like it's just business. Like, you understand, we got to stand on business in those situations.
Yes, sir.
But you personally, we will root for you for forever, man. Really a joy to watch you play over these 6 years here in College Park. Can't wait to see what's next. Hopefully it's in purple. Thank you for taking the time for us.
There's no problem, man. Thank you for having me, and I appreciate your support throughout my whole time in Maryland. And hopefully, like you said, it could be in purple, and you guys can be right in my corner for a little longer, man.